In the orphanage, there appeared a boy with a strange appearance. He was of unknown origin and had a volatile temperament. Yet, the woman took an instant liking to him. Trembling, the boy threw himself into her arms. Little did she know the misfortune this child would bring upon them. The couple once had a lovely child. But 3 years ago, an accident claimed their son's life. No one knew who the culprit was. To escape their sorrow, the couple decided to adopt a child from the orphanage. Suddenly, the woman heard a commotion in the distance. A group of children was surrounding a boy. Quickly, she rushed over to intervene. The boy glared menacingly as he crouched on the ground. She instantly fell in love with him. With a gentle call, the boy leaped into her embrace. She decided to take him home. However, she failed to notice the uneasy expression of the nun at the orphanage. Before leaving, the nun warned them not to adopt this child. Any child from the orphanage would do, except him. In order to comfort his wife, the man insisted on bringing the boy home. After their return, strange incidents began to occur. The cat would make peculiar noises. Upon seeing the boy's eerie appearance, the woman would hear him calling out their son's name, though he wasn't there. Clearly, she had started to treat this child as her own. The next day, the man found the fridge mysteriously open. Upon opening the bathroom door, he caught the boy eating raw meat. He rushed forward to stop him but ended up bitten on the arm. So, the man sought the help of a psychologist. The doctor suggested a comprehensive examination at the hospital, but the woman was displeased at the idea. She insisted that their child was healthy and didn't need any tests. Under the woman's attentive care, the boy's face gradually gained color. The family of 3 grew closer, and slowly, the man also began to regard him as his own son. At night, a woman takes a bath and prepares to be intimate with her husband, but they don't know that there's a pair of eyes staring at them, and their nightmare was about to begin. In order for his son to be able to communicate with others, the father tried to let him play with other children, but when he saw the ugly boy who couldn't speak, they started bullying him again. Suddenly, the boy's behavior became strange. This kid threw a ball right into his face. The boy's face turned pale. He jumped up in the air, tackled him, and started biting him. The police soon arrived at the house. The woman took the boy and hid. After some questioning, the man settled the matter with money. But as soon as the police left, the boy hit his head and bled. The man took care of the boy and treated his wounds. From then on, the boy was left with a scar on his head. Looking at his wife's happy face, the man felt uneasy in his heart because their dead son had the same scar on his head. Their adopted son seemed to be imitating their son. He even drew the same picture. That day, the couple celebrated the boy's birthday. When the boy saw the candle, it awakened something terrible in his head. The man finally realized something was wrong. He came to the orphanage looking for answers, but the director said they didn't know what happened to the boy. But the man clearly sensed that the director was hiding something. When he returned home, he learned that his wife was pregnant. They were very happy, but the boy, who was eavesdropping outside, had a murderous look in his eyes. The next day, the woman came to the hospital for a checkup. Looking at the fetus on the instrument, the boy punched the woman in the stomach and ran out. The doctor thought he was jealous. The woman didn't realize the danger she was in. At the supermarket, the boy would jump out and scare her when she wasn't looking. He even crashed his cart into the woman on purpose. Luckily, the woman was able to avoid it in time. When she got home, she found a picture of the fetus torn to pieces. This time, the woman couldn't take it anymore. She angrily asked the boy why he did this. This time, the boy didn't hide anymore. He turned into a demon. He bit the woman's arm. The woman was about to do it, but her husband, who had just come home, stopped her. The boy immediately threw himself into the arms of the man. This time, the woman saw the boy's true colors. She proposed to send the boy back to the orphanage. Her husband was furious. He said he couldn't abandon him just because he had a child of his own. From then on, the woman and the boy became enemies. Whenever he had the chance, he tried to get rid of the child in the woman's womb. But every time, the man tried to get rid of her. One day, the woman ate a 10-centimeter steel needle at dinner. The boy's strange smile made her head spin. The man came home and found the boy missing. His wife said she'd asked the orphanage to pick him up. The man drove after him immediately. Halfway there, he was involved in a car accident. It was the orphanage car. The police only found the bodies of the staff, not the boy. The man got back in the car. A strange thing happened. The boy appeared in the back seat, unharmed. The man felt something was wrong, but it took the boy home. Then he went to the orphanage to look for clues. After the man's questioning, the director finally told him the truth. There was a fire here 20 years ago. The janitor, who had died before, rescued a child from the fire. The boy took the form of the janitor's dead wife, and he lived with her all his life, until the day the couple came to the orphanage to adopt the child. The janitor died in his room. Finally, he took the form of a boy and appeared in front of a woman, and the woman chose him. The superintendent said the monster had no gender or age. He becomes the love of one's life and compels one's mind. If someone tries to abandon him, he will sense it in advance and take revenge. At the same time, the monster took on the exact form of their dead son. By the time the men got home, his wife was lying in a pool of blood and had stopped breathing. The boy was playing with his toys as if nothing had happened. At night, the man added some fruit juice to the sleeping pills. The boy drank it all. When he was asleep, the men took him back to the orphanage. They chained the boy's limbs. Soon the boy began to struggle. His appearance was changing. The director advised the men not to be fooled by his appearance, because he could turn into the love of your life at any moment. Just as the man was about to leave, he suddenly heard his wife's cry for help. Sometime later, a friend came to visit the man. Looking through the cracks, a woman appeared in the room. Apparently, the man was not up to the challenge and brought the monster home. From beginning to end, the monster uses the human's feelings for his beloved to bewitch people. The monster is the embodiment of evil. His evil begins when he senses that the other person doesn't love him. Love can be selfish, but it can't be extreme.